Let's go. It worked. No problem. We're here all day, every day. I'm just kidding. This is not an all day, every day podcast. This is the ADLR podcast. We're here once a week to talk about literally whatever, right? Mostly entertainment, the entertainment industry as a whole. How we're fed up with it. Every fucking aspect of it. We're looking right at you, right? A worker of the entertainment industry. Anywho, that's
porn.
That doesn't include porn. Porn can do no wrong.
Oh, okay.
Okay. They're there to stimulate you, and that's it. And it does it. So the one thing it needs to do, it does it. So I'm okay with that. Anyway, now that we've already plugged the porn, the first minute of the show, yeah, I'm your host, ADLR, Anthony De La Rosa, joined by my brother Brian, joined by my brother Loaded Up. I almost fucked it up and said Zen5 again.
What's up?
There you go. Nothing much, you know. We're just here, new week, new toilet. Right?
That's how I say it, at least.
New week, new toilet. So I've been consuming a lot, so I've been buffering a bunch of these episodes. So, you know, bear with me if I don't remember stuff I need to review. But I do need to review a bunch of music next week. I don't even know where you guys want to start. Like, I mean, how was your guys' week, right? What are y'all doing?
I mean, my week is basically go on, do course stuff, and then, I mean, I did part of the the monthly fucking look for our,
the art? Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go for it, so now it's gotta actually carve time to do that while doing lessons and stuff, and then while doing some of the streams.
Is it still 8-bit, or is it like a different style, art style now?
Well,
not 8-bit,
I don't
you know what I mean?
remember what it looks like. I'll send it to you guys what it looks like, but I right now I don't remember.
Blank,
anything.
yeah. You're in the middle of a Tsukiyomi right now, and you don't know what's going on.
Infinite Kamiyomi.
Yeah, the Kamiyomi is strong with this one.
Hate when that happens.
I kind of welcome it. Yeah, I kind of welcome that.
Okay.
I mean, you can fertilize your grass.
Here, how do I send you this? Here.
There's like 90 different mediums you can send me something.
Yeah, how do I send you that? You still on MySpace?
No. I don't think I ever made a MySpace.
The first picture.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Yeah. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. It's gonna do it live. I mean, that's usually the game plan here.
Well, we know it's gotta sound spacey, right? It's gonna sound like it's like a lot of room in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That sounds dope. All right, so what you gotta do is just play Dawn FM right over this, and then you'll be fine.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna moan, and then I'm gonna reverse it, and then I'm gonna stretch it out so it sounds like ambient sound. It's gonna be like, and then I'm gonna add strings on that.
Sold, right? Sold. Yeah, so you'll have that by the end of the podcast. Thanks.
Yeah, I just recorded it. It's good.
Sounds good. Anyway. Dallas, how you holding up?
I'm alright.
All right. Are you like moving the mic away and then bringing it back when you're speaking?
Yes.
I knew it.
Well, I'm not moving it away. It's loose, so
I
will have to hold it up with my hand in order to keep it near my face.
Even with the tightening?
I haven't tightened it yet.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it should keep it in place, but then again, that is an older arm, so it might just be saying I'm done here, right?
Get a new arm already.
Well, he's getting the camera first.
Get them both.
There you go. Just ball out.
Yeah.
You got it.
Just buy them both at once, spend a bunch, and then just don't spend for 6 months.
There you go. Food, can't spend.
Nope.
Right?
Sorry, I just got a camera.
Yeah.
And then
Gas?
the camera adds 10 pounds too, apparently. So I mean, you gotta be camera fit, you know.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, we got new equipment in the garage gym now. That's something that's new. I got myself a bench that also has like a leg extension and seated and leg curls, so I can do some traditional fucking training on my hamstrings and not glutes and quads, and also had a cable crossover thing. Randall helped me up build Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. It took like almost all day Saturday. I woke up,
Okay,
started.
but
What's up?
you finish your story, and then I have a question for you.
Follow up questions. Okay. I
Mhm.
mean, I woke up like at 10 in the morning or 9 in the morning Saturday because Janina worked Saturday. So I usually wake up when she wakes up and just start doing my thing. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, let me just quickly throw this thing together, right? And then I can go to gaming, right?
Mhm.
Fuck, dude. 4 o'clock in the afternoon later, and I started cleaning up. Only for today to find out I set up some of the cables incorrectly for the lat pull down. So I got to fix that because it's just scraping up against metal and destroying the cable. So that's great.
Did you work out today then, or you just
Oh
skipped that?
no, I absolutely did. If I need to put two fucking coconuts together to make a dumbbell, I will. Right? Like I'm working out.
I didn't get to today.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question to you is, where's the recording of you setting it up like I mentioned last podcast?
Oh, that's nowhere to be found. I would have been like that a 6 hour stream. Like nah, I'm good.
I didn't say stream, just record it.
Oh no, I didn't have that.
And then
And
boom, you can edit it. Or do a time lapse while it's just you moaning on loop.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh no, I didn't record it because I didn't have anything set up to do that. I would have to
Mm.
set up Saturday morning, record it, then bring everything down. If I was gonna do that, I should have set up the night before, like putting up a laptop or something to record. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't have a laptop to do that with. Like, I can't really install that on this laptop because it's like locked down. So it wouldn't have been possible for me unless I brought my desktop down there,
No, you could have.
and
You
I'm
have
not
two
doing
phones,
that.
don't you?
I don't have a stand though.
Anthony, I used the DS.
But we were moving the stuff, like it would vibrate and fall down, right? I guess I could have used this like that, and then boop on the
Don't tell me you
side.
don't have a stand when I use the DS, Anthony.
And all depend. Well, there's another variable is memory, right? 6 hours of footage. It's gonna take up a lot. I don't think I have that much because everyone has to have Dawn FM downloaded for offline listen, right, on Spotify. So you really need those on the highest quality.
You could just remote PC'd and then through that send your phone camera to your PC.
Yes, that's a good one. And with NDI or something. That was the solution. These are setups I should have done Friday night. Saturday morning? No. I'm like, let me just do this.
I mentioned it on Monday of that
Yeah.
week, so you had ample.
Oh, because what happens on this podcast is we just talk, and I don't even forget what the fuck we talk about until I see the doc. I'm like, oh, we did talk about this.
I had to look to see if we spoke about Denzel Curry's album. I was gonna write it again. Like, did we have something to say?
Yeah, we
And then I
did.
pulled it. I'm like, oh, we did.
And we both were like, walking, best fucking song on that goddamn album. That song slaps so hard.
It's to the point where. So I left work early because I had a doctor's appointment for my eyes
Uh-huh.
at 5:30. So boom, I left early and I did a shorter lunch so that I can. It pays for itself. My clock-in times.
Okay.
So I didn't get to work out. I literally ate. It took me 6 minutes. I timed and then I clocked back in.
Oh shit.
Um,
You have to use the restroom? Like,
I don't clock out the pee.
oh, okay. Oh, I mean like poop.
I don't clock out the poop.
Oh, okay, my bad. My bad. I'm just saying that takes me. Sometimes in my lunch hour, I go and pee and poop just in case, so I don't, you know.
My lunch hour is I work out and then I eat and then on my phone either if I have enough time I watch an episode or something or straight to YouTube. And when I go straight to YouTube, you know what's
Battle
gonna come on
rap.
the screen.
Did you get that? What's the latest battle rap on site?
Yeah.
What is my YouTube channel here? BattleRaps.com. I'm just kidding. Don't go to that site. I've never been to that site.
So I went to do eye exam, the annual one or whatever.
Yeah.
Sitting there.
Killing the game. Perfect score.
Yeah, so she's like, you don't need glasses. Your vision's good. And the competitive side of me is always like, yes. But then me liking glasses, I'm like, fuck. Like I want to be blind enough to what I need them.
Why don't you just get? I mean, Randall didn't. I think mentioned this to you before. There's fashion glasses. Like you don't have to have prescription.
I don't want to use someone's inability as a fashion sense. Like you don't see me walk around just a hearing aid, even though I can hear.
I guess, but are those fashion pieces? Like they're not. They have
fashion.
I guess. I know, like the glasses wear is like a form of accessory. I don't think a hearing aid is an accessory, right?
If I'm using it to see, like to me, it's like, oh, if that guy's blind. What if I just purposely made it so that I couldn't see?
He wouldn't know that
fashion.
you're doing that.
If I wore contacts that were just like blackout curtains.
Yeah.
What if they invented them? Like I'm gonna wear them. You know, I just want to be blind. I'm like, I don't want to use someone's L as like a.
Whoa! It's not an L. It's just a different lifestyle, right?
So yeah, past my shit, I got upset.
That's a normal reaction.
And then they're like, I paid for it, and they're like, oh, you want the receipt sent to your phone? And I said, no, I'm good. But she said, okay, well, what's your number? So she sent it anyway. But when she said, what's your number? I said the area code.
Yeah.
And right after that, I blanked out. I was like, I forgot my own number.
I'm sure she's like looking at you like, okay, and then what's after that?
They had a clean pen cup, and then a used one. And I pulled out of the clean, and I didn't even write why I was there. I wrote my name and the time, and I was like, why? And I left that blank, and then I just left the pen on the clipboard, even though the two things are there. And then I was like, oh shit! And I walked back, and I saw her reach for the clipboard, so I put my hands down and just looked at her. I'm like, and she went like this, and then I went for it, and she went for it, and I was like, I'm sorry.
What the fuck just happened in the last 30 seconds of that story?
And then, you know how they have you walk into a room and then walk out like 7 times?
Uh-huh.
One time they go, we're going to take a picture of the back of your eye with this one machine. And they go, come out of the room. The door was basically completely open, and I ran into the doorknob still.
You were just firing on all cylinders, huh?
It was like loud, like the person walking startled and looked back, and I'm like, and then she's like, "You alright?" I'm like, "Mm-hmm."
Yep, I'm fine.
She's like, that sounded like it hurt. I'm like, I didn't say anything.
You should just cry.
So yeah, it was so many things happened. They would think, "No, he's blind. Get him something." And then he's like, and the doctor always comes into my room as if he knows I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So how you doing? And he's like a concerned face, like this guy's gonna vomit or something.
Yeah. This guy's gonna just projectile vomit on my new fucking Yeezys.
Yeah, he's gonna shit himself right in front of me. And then it turned out when I was leaving, I saw my dentist just put tables in a car. I'm like, oh, so I parked the next sorry, eye guy. And just putting tables in his car. And he looked at me, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, so I just didn't look at him.
What?
Like it was putting tables in, and
yeah,
he was putting in a large object into their vehicle in the back of the building. I'm like, for murder, so I don't want him to like know that I saw him. He's like, I had to kill this guy because he just saw me.
He links me to this fucking table at this fucking house. Okay.
And then I got home at like 7.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
you still made it on time, so.
So yeah, I didn't have time to work out. It was basically how I don't even know where I was. Oh, because I forgot my number. That's why I told you the story.
Oh my god! I'm just trying to picture in my head of the fucking clipboard.
It was so awkward. And what sucks is you can't. You can't. I'm wearing a mask, but you can't hide my eyes. And
yeah. So you're like this.
So normally it's just, but you can see me going, like just pacing around like the grab.
Yeah, like panicking. Your eyes are showing the panic.
To the point I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I would have just been laughing the entire fucking time if I witnessed that. I'm
surprised some kind of police didn't come like, sir, come on, like just ask me questions like I'm just tweaking or something.
Yeah, like this guy's up to something.
Yeah, like I'm on moon salts or something.
Holy shit. I do need to do all that too. Set up appointments. I have not gone to any of that shit in like years. I think I'm like, sir, you're dead. I'm not sure how you're walking around.
So
Your teeth?
skin works.
Yeah, your skin.
It's holding your body together.
Everything else, fucking atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Sir, you have a living rigor mortis?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do my workout schedule for the rest of the week since I skipped today. I feel like I might switch it up too, because what I've been doing for like a month or two is upper body, then lower body, then abs, then upper body, then lower body. And then I'm meant to be doing yoga on weekends, but I always forget where I have my yoga video from P90X.
Uh-huh.
So then I do absolutely nothing.
Got it.
So then what I do is on the weekends instead is I stay up until like 5 and wake up at 8, and then I proceed with my day.
Okay. That's a gamer hours.
My weekend was that. Wake up at 8, Elden Ring. So I'm delirious, I'm salty, and then yesterday I was yelling to the poor grandma just walked in with wine, and it went. And it went
I mean, at that point, you're like, all right.
yeah. It was quite a roller coaster.
That's insane. You do need to find a way to sleep, because otherwise your gains are coming. You got to sleep. That's when that's when you rebuild your muscles.
Yeah, I don't know. I've done on weekdays what I've been doing, but minus bro up, and then Friday the Melty streams, is that I get home, shower, eat whatever, and then from whatever time I'm done with that until 9, I'm doing course stuff. At 9, I would have already brushed my teeth. I just turn off my computer and I lay down.
Oh, okay, that works. And
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't really feel like it helps at all, but that's what I do now. One time, what pissed me off, my body baited me, right? So I lay down at 9, and like, well, let me tire my eyes out with my phone. So then I accidentally watched a 3-hour battle rap interview. It was crazy. It was like half.
A fucking battle rap video, 3 hours.
Yeah. What was funny was like at the 2-hour mark, my eyes were like, you know, like if you're laying down and watching something and you feel your eyes like you're
It's strained, so it's like slowly closing. So
yeah, so it's strained, and in my head I'm like, yes. So I'm like, you know what? I guess that's it. And I shut my phone. I put it on my little stand to charge, and I was just still awake. And I'm like, you fuck it, let me finish.
yeah, but it's just 3-hour fucking video. Holy shit! I think it's because you got too excited. And you're like, I'm gonna go to sleep, and then you put it down, and you're like, oh fuck! Now I'm excited that I'm gonna go to sleep, so I'm not gonna go to sleep.
Maybe that might be what happened.
That's insane. I don't know what I mean. You might try that machine that helps people sleep, but
What, a taser?
yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. You'd be fucking yeah.
Just get tired.
I don't think that works.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out though. Randomly in here too. So if we just laying down, that happened the other day. I was like, I actually fell asleep pretty instantly. I'm laying down out of nowhere. It felt like someone threw water at me because I was just drenched. It was demasiado hot in here. I'm like, what the hell just happened at 3 a.m?
Oh, that's the witching hour.
So then I got up and then I peed and I came back and I was just awake until.
Yeah, that's happened to me here. Where I go to sleep and I'm like, damn, I'm cozy, right? Like it's nice and cool.
Yeah.
And then I wake up to as if someone pulled a prank on me. Like I'm like, what my pillow drenched. Everything I'm wearing like I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, what I think it is that like I don't even, it's like there's some hateful spirit energy in my room or something.
Uh-huh.
And that night he's like, I'm through with this fucker.
Yeah.
So he like just hovered over me with his heat and then punched me to wake up immediately because it wasn't like yo, it's hot in here. It was like hot.
Yeah.
Like, I was immediately sweating.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's what it feels like. And then you look around to see if there's one time I woke up sweaty as shit. I looked at Janana to see if she was fucking with me. Like I'm like, and then she's like, yo, you're sweaty. And I'm like, yeah. So I go and turn on the abanico and I'm like, and I just lay there to hopefully cool off the sweat. like have Nico just I'm like cool me off, please, and then I'll go back to bed.
I know you can't see it behind me, but sometimes I don't put my my green screen completely down. Sometimes I just leave it up, or I'll just put it halfway. That way, the air can circulate in the room. But I think it wasn't yesterday. It might have been Friday or Saturday. I left it half like partially like this, and I kept like waking up in the middle of the night, and I'm like, did I leave it right there? Did it get closer? So then from there on, from there on, it's like I was trying to catch a ghost moving, because then I lay down and I go, and then, but the thing is, I don't remember if it's the same distance or if it's closer still.
So you're just opening your eyes to see if it's too late. You're like, is he already at neck distance?
Yeah, like I'm playing red light, green light with an empty room.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I'm deteriorating mentally to the point of
hallucinations almost.
Yeah.
That is insane. Speaking of hallucinations, I watched this movie that I had in my backlog for quite some time called First Love.
Okay.
It's a Japanese movie about a boxer who gets entangled in some weird operation that the Yakuza are doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of those movies where like the whole thing happens in one night, kind of thing. So I don't know anybody. I don't know the actors that are in it, right? Because it's like it's a foreign film. So I mean, shout out to them. They all did well. So it's basically the plot is one of the kids in the Yakuza devise a plan with a cop to get a shipment of drugs, from the Yakuza, and then they can use it later as collateral or something and like trade for like a kidnapped girl or something like that, right? The plan goes to shit. And then it's basically what happens now.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of brings in the boxer dude and the girl who's like kidnapped and whatever. And you basically sit back and enjoy the live action anime craziness that happens. And it's just a fun time. It's funny. The girl hallucinates like the dad was like a piece of shit and like abused her and things like that. But she hallucinates her father under a blanket, just wearing underwear. So like you'll see him in the movie, like the dad.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one part where like there's music to it. Like the boxer tries to like calm the girl down. And he's like, "Yeah, just listen to music, right?" Because she's seeing the hallucination, but he obviously doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So he puts on some funky tune, and then the hallucination starts dancing in the underwear in the subway to the song. So she starts like laughing, like nervously laughing, because he's like, "What's so funny?" He's like, "You need to see what I'm looking at here, right?" So it's weird stuff like that. I thought it was gonna be more action, but it's more like more dialogue. The huge action sequence happens near the end, when everything literally all the moving pieces come to literally one store and people start killing people left and right. But besides that, I enjoyed it. It was a fun time. There's one of the actors, he plays a character called Kaze or something like that. Shouts out to him. He made me laugh most of the time. He's the kid that started the like devised the plan to steal from the Yakuza. Mm-hmm. The one he's a part of. Like, it's one of the young kids that's like, oh, I can, get some stuff on the side. That obviously fails and whatever, but he gets shot. And then since he has like a bag of coke in him, he starts rubbing it into the wound and he gets like lit, right?
Okay.
And there's just one scene that he approaches out of the frame. He's like high as shit holding a gun and he goes, he puts his gun down. And then he goes into like a stance. He has a gun in his hand. The other guy had like another weapon, and he just puts it down. He's like smiling, like he's like freaking out, and he's like, and then proceeds to get his ass beat. It's really funny. It's a really cool little film there. I like the shots, cinematography. There's a lot of like cool purple lighting and stuff because it happens like in the middle of a city, so you have like all the street lights and stuff lighting the people and stuff. It looks really cool.
Okay.
It's definitely a good time. Would I like? Is it a must watch? Nah, I don't know about that. But it was just really fun. I thought it was gonna be more action. There wasn't, but it's substituted with comedy because I thought it was like be a serious movie. But it at first starts off like it wants to be serious, and then they start getting sillier and sillier until the end, and then it ends nicely.
Would you rewatch?
Definitely, it's a fun time. Mostly to see some of the people again do their weird shit, especially Kaze, like the guy the one whose fault it is. Because I don't know if he has like a multiple personality disorder or something. He sounds like there's parts where he like puts on like a big boy voice and like a crazy voice. It's like the guy has like range, so it was really cool. I don't remember his name, but I guess look it up. But I'm gonna butcher the name of the pronunciation, but definitely go check out First Love. It's like a movie that came out like in 2019. It's an old one. I just needed something. I needed something to watch, like a movie or something, last night because I was like just tired. I was laying on the couch.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, oh, my backlog. And then I saw this, and it was only like an hour. How long was it? Let me double check. I think it's like an hour and a half, hour 45, something like that. Oh, you can't spell love without an L. So, wow, porn came up as a TV show.
For First Love?
Yep. If you go to the moviedb.org, right, and search First Love under TV shows, it's just hentai.
That's pretty good.
So, that's not what I'm recommending you guys watch.
Are you streaming right now?
Yeah.
I
Why?
don't see it. Why isn't it showing for me?
I don't know. I should be streaming. Why isn't this? Wow, it's not even showing up. Is my internet die? Are you guys there?
Hello?
Yeah, you guys are there. Oh, it's a year. Okay, so I can do this. And then 2019. Thank you. There it is. I'll update the doc with the actual link to it because that was quite the difficulty just looking for it. So enjoy that. Who's the guy? Let me see. His name is Shota Somatani.
Are you sure you're streaming?
I should be.
Because the bot didn't even tell me you're streaming either.
I can double check. It's set. Yeah, stop streaming and Brock, like all of it's. Yeah, we're live, man. Oh, that's why. It was unlisted for some reason. That's weird. Well, they should come up now, Brian. I said updated it to public.
Well,
I reused an older one. Yeah, there it goes. Now everything is going. That's insane. Well, at least we caught it 30 minutes into the show, so it's fine. What was I talking about? First Love. Yeah, definitely go check it out. It's fun movie. I linked it into what's it called? I don't know where it would be streaming at the moment. Oh, Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime Video. Perfect. And I mean that's my review on it. Great acting, funny stuff. The action was okay.
okay.
The story was fine. Like it all takes place in one day. That's about it. It's just a very fun time.
I need to start using those websites people use for like things you've watched and haven't watched and things like that.
Tracked.tv.
You sent me that already before?
Yes. I know
Sure.
because anyone has ever asked me, hey, how should I keep track? If I could get sponsored by Track.tv, I would.
Why did I send you Soups Up and then it's pinned?
It's pinned?
Yeah.
Direct-
me
it's
saying
a-
Soups Up.
Wait, it's a direct link? Is it a direct DM?
Yeah.
Has a link.
Soups Up. And then I sent you a picture of Steve-O smiling.
I don't even know what you're saying to me right now. It's a link or an image?
What? Soup's up?
Yeah, like I don't even know what you're saying.
It's just text.
And I pinned that?
One of us did. Yeah, you pinned Soup's up.
I don't know what that was for. It was near my birthday, so Soup's up. Well, maybe we were discussing some like a new show or something, and you put Soup's up, right?
I don't fucking know.
All right. Well, Godspeed.
How do you spell tracked?
TRAKT.TV. Set up a
Okay.
profile. You can make a watch list, like a backlog list. That can keep track of what's the current episode that's out. You can have it notify you on your phone. There's Track.tv is the shit, dude. If you do not have one, that's what you need to do to follow
You
movies.
do this with anime too?
Yes. You can add different custom lists if you want, or you can just have a watch list and fill it up with movies and TV shows, and then you can do it that way. It tells you how long it'll take to catch up to a TV series, like how long it will take for the season, episode, all that other stuff. So if you're like, hey, what can I take? If you're like, let me binge something this weekend, it's only like 8 hours. You can see what season is 8 hours or whatever the case is. It's cool stuff.
Okay, I signed up. What's your promo code?
Plátano. If you know how to spell it, you've earned the discount code. If you don't know how to spell that, sorry. Go to some other podcast for the code. I'm kidding that we don't have a promo code. But definitely Track.tv. That is just it, you know? Anyway,
Mhm.
now that I have my, free fucking marketing here for everyone. Oh, I guess I can go right into what I did afterwards. After I set up the cable crossover machine, I showered, got cleaned up, and I'm like, I'm done. Too much work for one day. So I'm like, let me sit down and see if I can just dominate Kirby the Forgotten Lands. Right? So I did. There is some bosses on there that even on like the easy mode, they were like doing some crazy ass maneuvers, bro. Like, especially near the end of one of the final bosses, it's like, what is going on? Definitely, you definitely have to get your spacing on point because, his dash doesn't invuln you. So every time I try to dash, roll, the fake roll away, yeah, they do some wide swipes and just get ready for that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I still need to play more. I haven't played since when we started it.
Oh shit, you're missing out. But anyway, let me guys review that. Let's start with graphics. First of all, for what it is, perfect, right? Stylized, Kirby's cute. Everything in this fucking game is mostly cute until you get to the boss areas where everything's destroyed, but looks great. There is some performance dips, especially if you're getting hit with a combo from a boss that's hitting you with an immense amount of damage, where you get hit bat, 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 bat. You can see it drop to 15, 20 FPS. To the point where if you die doing that, the menu that comes up and it decreases your coins is also going the menu's going at a lower frame rate. I'm like, damn.
Jesus.
Yeah. So Nintendo, it's time. It's past time, right? You're past due. New Switch, please. We need more horsepower here. Right? How are we gonna have you're transitioning to more and more open world stuff? How are we still here, right?
Yeah.
I heard it was Souls-like. Kirby? No. The Forgotten Lands is not like Souls-like at all. That actually brings me to one of my disappointments on it, because when I saw the trailer for the first time, I thought it was gonna be a completely open world Kirby, which it's not. It's if you played the previous, what was the previous Kirby game that we played on Switch? That was side scrolling.
I don't even remember, dude.
Damn, what was it? Let me go look it up real quick.
This is Johan. I keep thinking of Squeak Squad.
Oh, so the bosses aren't hard.
Ally? Star Allies? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think it is Star Allies. That's the one. It takes that same formula where it's like, oh, you fly to a level, it loads it in, you finish it, you get out. Except now they added challenges within each level because it's a 3D world now. It's not side scrolling. You can move around, action platformer, and they hide Waddle Dees for you to save. And the more you save, the more things you unlock back at your base, which is like more mini games and stuff. Like they added, I don't know if you want me to spoil this for you, but they have fishing. They have like
I know fishing.
the cooking game. They have the arena that they brought back from Kirby AllStars, where you fight the bosses back to back for rewards. They added a bunch of upgrades, or different, not upgrades, they're like different forms for each ability. Like the sword has like 4 different forms. The hammer has like 3 different forms, and they behave differently. Like one of them's like a heavy hitter, but you swing a hammer slower. Another one's like you swing fast. The hammer's fast, like it's a toy hammer. You swing it, I think, a little faster, but it does less damage. There's one for like the bomb, for the Poppy Bros bomb, where I think one of them's a homing bomb. I haven't unlocked that one yet, but I have the blueprint, which is something you can do. I love base progression. It pretty much has that. There's collectible gotchas that you get that you want if you want to complete. Fishing, I already mentioned that. The fighting. There's a soundboard, like a sound test thing, like always. Kirby always has like a sound test because the music's actually really good. So sound, great. Music's great. Graphics, of course, it's on the Switch, but it still does great with all the stylized look on it. And it's 3D, yeah. It looks great in 3D. Moving Kirby around is fun. It's responsive. The boss battles are pretty good because, I mean, this, classic design. They have their patterns, when to start attacking, when to stop and let them do their thing. You have to dodge. There is an extra an extra section, Brian, once you run credits the first time. So like a bonus end game section. And then once you finish that section, you're done in terms of levels you can go through. It's basically a bunch of remixed parts of the original run with different enemies or different, like, it's remixed, and the bosses do different things in that. So you'll refight the bosses, but they have new moves.
Interesting.
And those were fun too, finding out those patterns. So, and then the main levels, they're really simple. There's not much pushback. Like when you do, oh, I'm loading up Spring Breeze or something. Those levels you run through, you can, the platforming isn't difficult. It's a very accessible Kirby game. Like all the Kirbys usually are pretty easy to use. I'd ask to borrow the game, but you definitely bought it on the eShop. Yep. I don't buy physical anymore, man. Like it's always been, unless I have to for some reason. But if it's on digital, I'm buying a digital. So there's less stuff.
Yeah. Either that or if like the sale. My PlayStation can't do a disc, but if for Switch it's like, oh, get this game, we pay you $7. I'm like, all right. Well.
Yeah, like if the deal is so like you'd be dumb not to get it, then I'll get it physical. Especially since the digital one's not going to be the same on par. Like if GameStop's like, we got to get this, inventory out of here. Let's just put a nice 75% off on the physical copy. I'm like, I'm not going to get a price like that ever on the eShop. Especially if it's a first party game. Yeah. But those are rare, even for me to, like, I don't know. Usually when they go on sale on physical, the digital usually matches it.
Usually the physical sales are like, the thing that makes it enticing even a little bit is the buy 2 get 1 free, but then for Switch there's never 3 games that I've been dying to have.
That's what happens to me. I always see like the buy 2 get 1 for free or something, and then when I see the selection, I already have the ones I want from there. So I'm like, well, 50 years from now, I'm sure the physical ones will be collectible. Yeah, if you're there to like flip merchandise, yeah, owning a physical copy will definitely be that. But you'll have to wait till the digital copy is either not available or you have like the deluxe edition that comes with a statue that's not opened or something, and you can resell that. I don't know. I've kind of just, hey, I want this game. I'm used to just go to the shop, buy it, downloads, I play it. Yeah, I opened all mine. Well, then yeah, then it's the collectible is going to deteriorate immediately because it's opened. Yeah, Kirby Forgotten Lands. I think it's just a solid Kirby game. Like they added some new mechanics. Like I'm sure you guys have seen the trailers where it's like the mouthful mode. Those add a nice level of, oh, this is a different mechanic, but it's always just tailored to that level or that section. It's not something you can just grab, like, oh, I see a car over there, I'm gonna go grab it and do it. It's all designed to be useful for that stage or that area of the stage. All I've seen in the Donkey vid on it. But yeah, I mean, it's just it's solid, right? It's not like go out and go buy right away, but if you are a Kirby fan, that you'll have a lot of fun with this. That's about it. It's not. I don't mean to compare it to other stuff here, but like it's not Mario Odyssey, right? Like it's not that level of platforming. This is like a very linear. Each level does what it needs to. There's side levels that help you get rare stones, and you use those rare stones to upgrade the forms. Yeah, the car one is fun. The roller coaster one was fun too. It's on rails, but I just like dodging the shit when you turn into like a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the ending. I have not seen. What's up, babe? The ending goes so anime that I'm like, where did this fucking go? Get ready for the quick time events near the end. Like after you finish the big baddie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're talking about Kirby. It's like whatever happens at the end, I'm like, it goes super anime. Like it looks. All I needed to hear was Goku in the background just yelling Kamehameha or something.
What's Kamehameha?
It's Kamehameha. Yeah. Are you telling me that?
Uh-huh.
It's pretty good. Like I heard her smile at that.
She did. Brian got him.
What did Brian say?
He's like, I heard her smile at that. Oh man. Yeah, but it's I don't know, it's just fun. QTEs are so cheesy. Well, on top of what what Kirby does to end the bad guy, I'm like, what? It was crazy. But I guess it adds another layer of art. Yeah, it's just a fun time. That's all I can say. I've had both of my reviews today so far has just been a fun time. You good, Brian? What happened?
I'm doing my tracked stuff, and you wanna? I guess it associated my email with those sites. Remember how like there's a site where you had to upload your avatar, and then they use this as like a general service for other sites.
Gravatar.
Yeah, so they have have a picture associated with this.
And what is the picture?
I'm gonna send it.
Okay.
I'm gonna post it in this chat.
All right. I'll look it up. See if I can open it on what's it called? Show the stream. No, it's not. Oh my god. How do I open this up? Copy link. I'm gonna open it up in my browser and you guys can see it hopefully on stream. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like what? He looks like he's in pain and also excited to be yelling.
Oh my god.
Insane. Okay. But yeah, it's a great site, man. That's what I use to keep track of what I need to watch, and I'm on my backlog stuff. So you just gotta remember to update it. That's the hard part because nothing auto updates it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you watch, you gotta remember, oh, I watched this already. Otherwise, what are you doing, right? One of my coworkers has an African American genie as a profile pic on Teams. All I know is he's white. No,
Oh
he
my.
doesn't. Oh my. That's fucking white.
Ted Lasso's on iTunes, right? That's what they consider it.
Apple TV. I'm sorry, TV Plus. Apple TV Plus or something. Why?
It's telling me to pick my favorite ones so that I can just recommend things to me on these.
Oh, okay. Like even those shows you've watched previously and you're waiting for a new season, like I would mark those seasons as watched. So when it does come out, you'll have it there like, hey, there's a new one out. But this man's been at the company since the beginning, and he's one of the gurus of the company, so no one can tell him anything. I guess so. That's usually, he's earned it through he was grandfathered into that profile pic.
Jeez. Is
All
it
right.
something he recently put, or he had it since he started?
Oh, that's a good question too. Because if he did it recently, that's him flexing, right? But if he's had it for that long, then maybe he's just had it there. Since I've been there. Oh shit. So he's just been
That's crazy.
yeah, he just flexed hard a long time ago. What you haven't asked him about the backstory? I would have been asked him like, yo, why is that profile pic yours, right? What led you to this? It looks like an Aladdin character. It might be. Did you? I mean, it might just be an Aladdin character. Okay. Anywho, I think that was it. Let's gotta move on here. I think I want to talk about Kirby the Forgotten Lands. I definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said it or not, but definitely recommend it. It's a good time. Especially since most levels are bite size. Like if you pooping, you can just grab. Let me do a level of Kirby. You can just do a level of Kirby while you're pooping. How much is it? 6. It is 60. Yeah. So you're gonna have to. That's actually he brings up a good point. The $60. I think it's a little much for what you get. So maybe wait for it on sale until it gets to like 45 or something. Because now you say it, yeah, the costing is kind of like for $60, and I finished it over the weekend. I'm like, I don't know if it was worth the 60. Because again, I went into it thinking it was gonna be a different. I thought it was gonna be a departure from other Kirby's and have it like open world and stuff, and it's just 3D levels basically, but not like an open world. So yeah, the Nintendo tax. Yeah, I maybe wait until $45. Now that I say, I recommend it, but maybe at a cheaper price. Unless you're gonna go all in and try to 100% the game, then maybe the $60 is worth it. But after a while, you start doing the levels and then the side levels, and you're like, I get it, and then you just want to get to the end. That's how it happened to me. Like the first area I cleared almost perfect, and then the second area I'm like less perfect, and to the point where I'm like, okay, we get it, and then I moved on. Not in a bad way. It's just like I just want to reach the end because I have so many other things to play. Now that's that. Randall, I do have a question for you. Are you still there?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Tell me about Reacher. I've been seeing a lot of ads on it. And I'm like, I'm interested to maybe it's dope or what.
Yeah, it's good. It doesn't connect to Tom Cruise character, but I'm assuming he's the same guy.
Oh, it's actually Tom Clancy's Reacher?
It doesn't say Tom Clancy's Reacher, but they have the same name and they do the same exact thing. It's pretty much the same exact character.
Oh, okay.
So everything that you've seen him do in the movies, he does in the TV show.
Oh, so he can
Solve
throw down.
cases. Yeah, throw down, fight, solve cases, go from one city to the next, whatever type deal.
The Jason Bourne thing. Now they're in Germany, and now they're over here as he's on the run.
Yeah,
Those are my
I
favorites.
thought it was good.
Okay. Is it just him, like the lead dude, or is there like a group of them that are like in each episode, or does he like meet new people each episode?
Well, the season is all one
One case.
situation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one case. It's him by himself, but then he meets people they end up helping him with the case, like a cop and a detective.
Oh, okay.
So like, different episodes introduce new people. Some people that are from his past, or some people are just new characters.
That's pretty dope. Are you clicking, Brian, or someone's clicking and it's coming through? And I don't know if it's Brian or Randall.
It's not me.
I just heard a double click, triple click.
That's me then.
Okay. I'm like, what's going on? Feels like it's me. Anyway, is the whole season out, or are you still waiting weekly?
The whole season is out.
So then my question to you is, do they solve this case by the end of it? Like, is it nicely contained, and or is it like come back next season for the?
It's contained.
Oh yes, dope. Okay, I like that. How long are each episode? 20 minutes or 40, or an hour? Do you remember?
I'm checking right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, it looks like it's 49 minutes.
Oh, then yeah, there you go.
What was I gonna say? And then last, I guess, is the fight scenes, right? Like, is the action dope, or is it cheesy looking, or?
So I'm going to preface this for anyone who doesn't know. I'm kind of a action fighting choreography snob.
Okay.
I've watched so many movies. A lot of the movies that I watch are heavily martial arts or action fight scenes, stuff like that. So I've seen so much stuff that I've kind of seen it all.
Ooh, let them
So
know. Flex on them.
it's kind of like difficult to show me something that's impressive. Um, Jack Reacher doesn't really show anything impressive. It's your generic Hollywood fighting scenes.
Uh-huh.
Some shaky cam. Some stuff might be too close for you to see what they're doing. Um, yeah, it's pretty much just straight up brawler style fighting. Even though a lot of these guys had military training, you don't really.
It doesn't seem like they're actually executing on that.
Yeah, at least not anything that I've seen made me feel like they were like specially trained in some sort of hand to hand combat. It just looked like
They were just throwing hands.
regular brawling. I mean, it didn't look sloppy, so it didn't look like it was somebody's just off the street throwing hands, but um, it didn't look. It wasn't special or unique.
It
To
wasn't
me.
that 3-hit combo for Metal Gear with the kick at the end, right?
Um, some of the stuff was kind of like that,
Okay.
but not really. Most of it wasn't. Um, I don't know.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. Oh, shit. That came through. Who saw us?
Ren's house.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going to go right into the next one, Randall, because I've been waiting to hear this. Morbius.
So a lot of people
A lot of
were
people
saying
dogged
that
on it.
Morbius was that it sucked and it was bad, and I've seen so many videos on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram of people like videoing themselves like before I go into the movie theater and after, and then like they're like they almost like disgusted, and I'm like, I don't know if a movie could be that bad, but then it's not really a Marvel movie. It's done by Sony,
Yep.
so maybe it might not be as great. And as you already know, I was kind of like reluctant to go see it.
Yeah,
I
because
was debating whether I would wait for it or if I would go see it, and I just ended up going to see it. I also did something that I've never done before. It's
Get off in theater.
I
What?
went and did 4DX.
You had 40. Oh, that's right. You told me about that with the shaking chair and.
So I didn't know exactly what to expect because I've never been to a movie theater that was 4DX.
What is that?
So essentially, it's supposed to be more immersive movie watching. So not only do you like obviously watch the movie, but like your chair moves and it's supposed to be in sync with what's going on the screen, and they add stuff like wind and water and mist and stuff like that. And I think that if it's done tastefully, like
It might add to it.
yeah, it would definitely add to it because I mean, you got the whole thing where like if you're if you're in a scene or you're watching a scene that has like a lot of water, like say for example, if someone's in a cave and it's water and caves are usually cold and stuff like that. Like they'll turn up the AC really quickly and it gets like really cold. And then you can hear the water because I think the speakers are in your chair
Okay,
aside from the speakers that are in the theater. So you hear sounds a lot closer to you
which makes
and
sense. Okay, I like
they
that.
spray out mist or water to make you feel like you're feeling water, which you
Okay,
are. So in some cases like that is pretty cool, but my experience for that
not
it
great.
was not good at all, man.
Oh shit.
It was like somebody's kid was up there just like smashing all the controls and grabbing the stick and moving it around like because it was like just imagine like riding a roller coaster and trying to watch a movie at the same time. That's what it was like. It was really bad. Like to the point where I almost threw my drink on somebody because I didn't know that it was gonna be this rough. So when I was taking the drink and the chair just like jerked forward, I almost threw my stuff. Like I had to catch it or whatever. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Like you can't drink and eat anything while this is happening. And you have no idea when it's gonna happen. And then sometimes they like overcompensate for like scenes where it's like, okay, he just closed the door. There's no reason why I should be shaking like I'm having like a heart attack or something or a
All he
tremor.
did was shake, close the door.
I don't know if
It might
I'm
have been.
assuming that is like programmatically synced, but I feel like who like designed it or who was responsible for that movie, they just went a little too ham on the controls.
That's
So
crazy.
anyway, back to the movie.
Yeah.
Um, Fortunately enough, it didn't deter me from what I thought about the movie. The movie I thought was good.
Okay.
It wasn't nearly as bad as what other people were saying it was. I thought it was entertaining. I didn't think it was boring. I didn't think it sucked. It wasn't trash.
Okay.
Um, would I watch it again? Yes. It wasn't the best Sony slash Marvel movie that I've seen, but it wasn't terrible. Um,
Would you prefer watching Let There Be Carnage or this?
oh my God, no! I would watch Morbius like several times over.
Okay. Because I mean, Let There Be Carnage was quite the experience.
I don't understand why people bash it so bad. Um, some people say like the acting wasn't good. I thought the acting was fine. The action scenes were interesting because it was like horrific. So it's not something that you see normally in Marvel movies.
You actually see some like
Um,
blood and stuff and like people getting cut up.
that's the gripe. So okay, when I say horrific, I mean like scary. I mean
Oh,
like people getting snatched up into the shadow type stuff. You know,
it's the
um,
bat.
stuff like that. But this movie looked like it was shot to be one rating, but then came out as another because there were scenes where that were blatantly edited. Like for example, there was a guy who got slashed in the neck,
Yeah.
and he immediately like grabbed his neck because at that point your neck is supposed to be like bleeding profusely, and
Yeah.
you can hear like the gargle of
Yeah.
the blood rushing out, but yet you don't see any blood. You just see the dude grab his throat and like slowly fall to the ground, but you don't actually see anything.
Oh, so yeah,
So
then that
I'm
was
thinking that it's and that happens several times in different scenes with different situations. So I'm thinking that it was it was a different version of the movie that was originally made.
then I hope they
Um,
release that version for the digital release or the disc release,
yeah,
like an unedited version or like a director's cut. Sorry, I think that's what they usually call it. I think you're muted, Brian.
The Snyder Cut.
Yeah. Well, the Snyder Cut was a whole different thing. Okay. Well, then that sucks.
The
But there's
one thing that I can point out as far as like, okay, this wasn't that great, was the end game thing. Like, the point that it leads up to at the end of the movie, the final conflict, as it
okay.
were. That was kind of lackluster.
As in, like it was solved too quickly, or was just the ride
Well,
was,
it was a fight between him and another person,
and that
but
fight
the
was
person, it
pretty.
wasn't like it was in the. So the reason why the fight wasn't that it wasn't like super interesting is because the person had the same exact abilities that he had.
Oh, so it's like a mirror match.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like Hulk Abomination.
Yeah. Even Abomination has like his own unique stuff that he has.
I mean,
But
like,
yeah, essentially they have the same strength.
I meant like the movie, the first Hulk movie after Lou Ferrigno's stuff, where the fight was them two, and then they became colors in the ocean, and then someone won.
Oh, that was terrible. Yeah.
Is there
It's
some?
not that bad.
Okay. Can
But
you
it's
go ahead?
boring.
Well,
Uh,
even if it was boring, can you see what was happening? Like, is this Venom 1 again, or can you like was there actual?
it was easy to follow.
Okay, that's what I wanted to
Mhm.
say. Yeah, easy to follow the choreography if there was one.
Yeah, the fight was short. It wasn't even long, so it was relatively short.
How long's the movie?
Maybe like an hour 40.
Oh, okay, so it's on the shorter side.
Yeah.
Well, that actually that explains it. If you're talking about it, might have been like heavily edited down. There might have been a bunch of not filler scenes, but like the gory scenes that added a couple more minutes.
Mm,
That's
maybe.
interesting. I might wait for it not to only come on digital. I might wait to see if there is a director's cut. 'Cause that seems like the more intriguing one to watch.
I don't understand what's going on between Marvel and Sony because now it's starting to get
Blatant.
yeah, it's blatant and it's just messing up things and making them more confusing because um so there's after credits, and after credits, I mean, this isn't really spoil stuff because it has nothing to do with the movie itself. But Vulture shows up, which is weird because it's like, why is he in this universe?
Which
Why
makes
did he
sense, yeah.
come? Yeah, like why did he come from Peter's universe and come to Morbius's universe?
I don't know.
Like that part
Or
I don't understand.
I think they're just trying to set up like the Venom verse, right? Like Venom's universe, and that now Vulture's in that for some
But it
reason.
sounds like they're like
It's like they're breaking off
yeah, exactly.
when they should just give the keys to the city to Marvel. Let them just make you so much freaking money. I don't know.
So the part for me is confusing. Is like, so what part falls in line with the MCU, and
I
what
think
part doesn't?
I think all of it does now. It's all technically canon because it's multiverses. So now the weird thing is that why did he leave our timeline, right?
Yeah,
Because when Venom left into MCU for that quick second just so he can drop a little bit of the symbiote, he went back.
yeah,
Everyone
they were
almost.
all going back to their original timelines, right?
So yeah, so I'm not understanding how Vulture stays, or how does Vulture go away?
Yeah, yeah. He went to a timeline where he wasn't known for being a criminal. So
Which
when he appeared in the cell, they were like, "We have no record of this guy," so they let him go.
yeah, that's someone's going to do some fucking fixing there, or someone has to do some writing because if that's the case, that means other people from from our MC, like not our, the timeline that we just finished seeing in No Way Home, people could have left.
Yeah,
If because I doubt it's just Vulture that left. If that's the case, And what does that mean? Right? Yeah, they kind of, I don't know. I hope they have a plan.
Maybe they might address it in
And
Doctor
yeah,
Strange.
in Doctor Strange. Oh, speaking of which, we need to start getting tickets for that. Brian, you said you're down to watch Strange, right?
Sure.
I gotta go get it because I think I'm a day late, so hopefully there's still a bunch left.
It's
That's
next
gotta-
month, right?
Yeah, it's next month. So I just gotta figure out what weekend that lies on. Or falls under.
I don't know.
It's gonna be good. I hope there's more questions answered than brought up, right? Because we just with the trailers
First
themselves.
weekend of that. It's the first weekend of that month.
Okay.
That Friday, the 6th is Friday.
So I gotta look for the 7th, 6th or 7th, depending on availability. What was I gonna say? Okay. You said you rather rewatch Morbius than watch Let There Be Carnage.
Oh yeah,
and
I'm
that tells
definitely
me
when it becomes
that director's
available
cut.
for
Yeah,
digital, I'm definitely gonna get it.
yeah. I don't.
I didn't think it was a bad movie at all. I thought it was,
You think it was fine?
at the very least, it was entertaining.
We have to keep in
It
mind.
wasn't like a, it wasn't like a. So when I came home that
Mhm.
Friday night, I had intended on telling you what I thought,
Yeah,
but you know,
yeah.
said thing happened. So I had intended on telling you like, hey man, this movie's good. Not like, yo, you need to go watch it, but hey, it was good. You know,
Just
check it
saying
out
it
when you get a
wasn't
chance.
dog shit, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it then. Like I just have to wait till digital because if it's, I just want to see the director's cut at this point because you're like the second person that said, hey, this is it was heavily edited, right? So I
Yeah.
think the director's cut is going to be what he wanted to show, and I don't know if that's going to be a Snyder cut difference, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to. I'll add that to the backlog, and when it comes out on digital, I'll just watch it. Hopefully, it's a director's cut. I don't even know if there is going to be one. Okay. Shoot. I guess let's keep it moving here. Brian, let's tackle one of your things on here. You got Music Minute going on now, huh?
Yeah.
All right,
Load up Spotify.
Excuse me. Morbius.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, all right. Whichever one you want to tackle first. You got Dreamville, Luna Lee, and Vince Staples. So
what do you want to hear? Did you already talk about the mixtape?
I messed it. I'm like talked about it in passing on a previous episode. I'm like, yo, that shit's lit, but I never deep dove. So
Do you want to?
go for it. You can start.
Oh, I thought you were gonna start because you mentioned it before.
I think the only thing I mentioned before was like that I started listening to it and that first track was like an instant skip because of how it opened up. I'm like, I'm not listening to this, and then I was hoping that the rest of the album was not like that, and it's not. Or the rest of the mixtape was not like that, and it was not. It was like night and day difference. So if just for me, recommendation is skip the first track and go in. I don't know if you had the same take there with that first track, but
the first track I thought was funny, but I didn't heard it.
oh wow, you didn't even skip it? You heard the whole thing?
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I have no.
It was just stupid. I think it was purposely just supposed to be outlandish.
Okay.
Didn't heart it though. I mean, I don't think it's like, yo, this is good. Unless you're I sent it to a friend of mine who normally listens to edgy stuff. They basically try to be IRL Sasuke. It's basically them.
What is edgy stuff like emo music?
Like yeah, like I can't say the phrase I usually say to describe it, but
okay. Is there a PG version of that saying? Or
No.
PG-13? No. Okay. Well, then we'll. This is live, so I can't bleep it. So
yeah, that's why I'm not gonna bother. That's all it was. It's like a meme to me. The first song. There's 15 songs on here. and I hearted to. Not a fan really of this.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
What'd you think of the Ari? How do you pronounce it?
Ari.
What are her tracks? Oh, were those the two tracks you liked?
Nope.
Oh shit. Okay.
I don't think she's not on any of the songs I liked.
Oh damn. Oh, why didn't you heart the one she was in?
I mean, she's a great singer, but just the song itself, I didn't care for.
Okay. It didn't hook.
Yeah, nothing on here. I'm like, shut that shit off. But
Okay.
there's a lot of it that I'm like, okay.
It's fine.
Like either the instrumental was cool or the verse is cool, and then usually that was the only thing that I like. Oh, I like this. The rest of it was like, all right.
Oh, okay.
The ones I did like, there's only two of them. Remember, it's Lifestyle, which is Boz and ASAP.
Yep.
ASAP Ferg, and then Hair Salon.
Okay.
The fucking
Those are both good tracks. I like both of those too.
Hair Salon to me is the best one. The only
Oh,
thing
I like
don't
Lifestyle
is
more than Hair Salon.
Civil War.
Let's go. Put them up.
The only nitpick or annoyance I had in Hair Salon was the last line in the chorus isn't on beat. He rushes it, but I don't care. That's about it.
That's a small thing.
Like the instrumental, like the verses. I don't know who's the one that's doing the chorus in the first verse, but he sounded authentically West Coast, and I enjoyed it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that song's by far the best. The rest of them, like I said, it happened.
I was looking for a word or a saying to describe Vince Staples' album, and you got it for me.
What?
What is it? Something the astonishingly like West Coast.
Oh, authentically West Coast. That I said.
That is that out. When we get to it, that's what it sounded like when I was listening to it.
Okay.
Authentically West Coast.
The Dreamville thing. Are you sure? Listen to it. If you like it, you like it. If not, oh well. It's only 47 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not a huge time sink, and if you skip the first track, even less, right?
You save 5 minutes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, if it's less than an hour and I don't hate it, give it a shot.
There's a lot of bars in it, so.
Overall, it wasn't for me.
Alrighty. I mean, I guess a good transition would be right into Vince Staples since you mentioned the West Coast stuff here.
Yes. Okay. So what? I'll say yes. So West Coast.
Yeah. So West Coast, right? We were there, right? Northside Long Beach, right?
Northside Long Beach. Vince Staples. I'm pretty sure I've said on here before. Anytime
he's on an interview,
he's mentioned or anything. There's people who like, oh, who do you idolize, or you get famous? Which idol do you want to meet, or if this person in the room you get starstruck. None of that really for me, but if the question I pose in my head is if I was famous and I could be friends with any famous person, I would say Vince Staples. I think we would get along pretty well, and I'm just a fan of his personality.
That's fair.
Another person I'm adding to that, Jack Harlow.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you've been following his TikTok. That guy flirts with literally everyone.
Mm-hmm. I don't follow his TikTok, but I've just seen.
He's definitely having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime he can. So absolutely, I can see that.
Those are two entertaining people, but Vince Staples, personality alone, I'm a fan of him. Music alone, I'm a fan of it. I think on all aspects, I haven't seen him act. Actually, that's not true. He was doing like a skit show he was trying to set up, and I think he just stopped doing it. And it was entertaining.
Vince?
Yeah.
Is it out?
It was on his YouTube. I think he was just making like little skits.
Oh, Vince Staples skits.
I'd only seen like two of them. There's one with Ray J in it, and then there's another one where he goes to like a barber shop.
That's the one that's on here. First episode's called So What? It's like 4 minutes long?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I like his music. I've heard I think all of his albums. Anything before the albums, I'm not 100% sure I've heard.
Okay.
Fan of his music, fan of his videos. He's real artistic and like meticulous with kind of like what he makes. he's one of those people that has like a hand in everything now. When it comes to if it's like tied to him, he has a tie.
He makes sure to put time into it.
Yeah, which I respect. So then this came out. Ramona Park broke my heart. I think it's his mom on the cover too. By the way, I'm not sure though.
Okay, I was gonna
It's
ask. I
on
don't know who those got who what's on the album art, but one of them don't have a body.
I don't know if he was joking or not because he said his mom told him he owes her royalties because it's my ass on the cover is what he said. Is what
Oh,
he said.
okay.
She said. 16 songs, 41 minutes. Out of the 16, I hearted 6 of them. I will say this album, like we said earlier, sounds very West Coast.
Authentic. I'm gonna bring it back. Authentically West Coast. From
Yeah.
instrumentals, from what he's rapping about, from how his cadence in it. It is like this is West Coast hip hop, and I'm like, yes.
And I'll put an asterisk behind next to authentically West Coast because I have never been to the West Coast. This is just from like content and media that I've digested. From what I'm seeing of West Coast and West Coast behavior, like West Coast culture, this hits everything that I think I know of that area.
It's even the range. I'm telling you, when Sparks Fly came on, I'm like, Vince rapping on like it's slower, and he's just killing it. A slower beat is more chill vibe, but he's doing a great job on it. There's other tracks as well that's like changing up the speed of the tempo, and he's like, he's right. He's like, no problem, I got it. Everything sounds great. It's a good listen from beginning to end.
Yeah. Even though only like 6 out of the 16, there was no song I'm like shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
There was none of that. Instrumental choice, like you said, is interesting to me. It was West Coasty, but it didn't sound more on the abstract side of it, like Vince's songs usually do. Like it sounds more like Vince than a region. With his other stuff, like the album before this.
Yeah, like this is. I know what you're talking about. This is night and day better. This project is so much better than his previous one. The previous one was that had "Are you with that? Are you bent that?" Bum, bum, bum,
I
bum.
like that project more actually.
Really, I like this one more.
I like that one more because I couldn't describe it as a West Coast rap. It was just this is Vince.
Okay.
It felt more Vince than anything. This feels like a region's style of music with Vince doing it.
Gotcha.
The album felt, at least for the songs that I liked, it felt very front loaded. A lot of my hearts come from like the first half, and then after that, it kind of just
it tapers off.
It tapered off. Again, not to the point where I was like, finish. But
you were just like, I got it.
I do wish that he cut some songs instead of 16. Maybe could have done like 12.
And you still don't like Magic with Mustard?
Magic grew on me.
I knew it. I knew it was going to. When I first heard it, I'm like, this song slaps. Like when I heard the single, I'm like, I'm adding it to my 2022.
When I first heard it, and it's kind of what I've been talking about this album, I was like, this sounds like he phoned it in. Like he just like, oh, make a West Coast vibe song.
I
was like, it didn't sound like Vince, especially from how I felt about his album.
Oh, before. Right. So I guess once you start hearing the rest of the tracks, you're like, oh, it fits here.
Yeah, once I heard the songs leading up to it, and then this came on, I think it put me in that kind of state of mind. Like, oh, this is what I'm getting, and then this came in, I'm like,
you're like, oh, it's Magic. Oh,
yeah. So it grew on me. Track 6, When Sparks Fly.
Yes.
I'm hard pressed to say, like right now, I think that's my favorite Vince song of all time.
It's really good.
I think if I were to do top 3, I think it's that, and then the other 2 are from his previous album. For songs that I enjoyed, so it's
okay. I'd go to FM.
Some combination of this. Is it Sundown Town? Let me see. Ooh, yeah. As soon as the instrumental came in, it's this Sundown Town, and maybe Are You With That? Let me look through the songs I've liked from him.
It might be Are You With That? Because when I mentioned that, you were like, yeah, that.
I think it's those 3. Which is funny because that's his newer stuff, but his self-titled project to me is still like peak Vince because I felt like I put it. That was his My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy for me, where like I think Kanye peaked, like he found him, Yeah, like his musical style and that he optimized that shit. And that was Kanye in an album.
Yeah, I can see that.
Vince Staples is Vince Staples is. It felt like, oh, this is. If someone's like, what genre is this? I just say it's Vince Staples.
It's Vince Staples. It's like, what does that fall under? It falls under music.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And as much as I don't want to say like, yo, his other album was way better than this, I enjoyed it more. This is still a really good album.
Yeah.
It's very solid. If you like Vince, listen to it, give it a shot. Again, it's only 41 minutes. The track count's kind of high with 16, but it's still 41 minutes.
And he's in and out a bunch of them. They're like 2 minutes, 2:30. Like he kept a lot of the tracks short.
Mm-hmm. It's a good
Which is
introduction to it.
This is also something I've been noticing. Like this year and a little bit late last year, all the songs are like they're targeting 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes.
Radio play or getting it placed in like syncs, like TV shows or
Yeah, like
like that.
I'm all for it. Like I'm this quality over quantity time. Love it.
I like there being a mixture of all of it. I don't want it to be like these are all just 3-minute songs or like shorter songs. I like when there's some in the middle or like in between that makes it feel more like an album instead of a playlist.
I kind of like
That
it
makes
when the song sounds like it's done. That's when I want it to end. I don't care how long it is. It could be a 7-minute. It could be that fucking Euro train shit you guys keep playing.
the Trans-Europe Express.
Yeah, and that song never wants to end. That's why they had a cap it. Like we got to stop at like 9 minutes or something. Or is it 12 minutes or something?
I think there's a 12-minute version.
And like, if the song just instrumental just sounds like it does never want to stop, then you're just trapped.
Something I always want people to do, which is this is also hypocritical because some songs have this as my favorite part in the song. I wish they always cut out the non-musical part, like the skits or the way they start and end a song with like just someone talking or something like that. I wish they made that its own thing, like separated from the song.
Yes, yes and no. But Brian,
yes and no. So the yes is Drake from Canada.
We're not from Jamaica, and I'm on that murder.
The part, the no, which is I think what you're getting into. Jim Carrey could have been separated after Out of Time.
No, I'm gonna say I want him there. After Out of Time, he comes in. He's like, "Don't you dare touch that dial." Without fail, I tell him, "I won't, Jim," because I'm not Brian. I'm not. I'm gonna listen to it, and that transitions nicely right into fucking Here We Go Again. I'm good. It's that is one whole track. I was not kidding. Dawn FM is one whole track. Okay, I'm done gushing for until next week.
I don't feel like it's one I really wish they cut out Best Friend. That song to me does not fit the rest of that album.
I still listen to it. I still sing it. I know the whole song, so
I haven't heard it in so long because I'm like,
because it was whatever.
That one I never liked. Like when I played them, like okay, and then the more listens for the whole album without cutting anything out, I was like, no, it's not for me.
Got it. It's just for me, it works so well as a transition into what's afterwards? Oh, is there someone else? I think it's the follow-up track. Because it's a short song. Like if you sit there and look at how long Best Friend is, it's short. It's basically there to be like, okay, here's some lines, and then the down, like the beat going down into the boom 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 boom, and then bam to that R&B sample right into Is There Someone Else? I'm like, that's why you're here. It built it up.
It even felt like he just wrote that in 7 seconds. He's just repeating, "Fuck his friends no more, fucking his friends no more." All right,
let's get it. And then he just it slaps. It slaps for that reason because of the transition.
Yeah, I don't know. That song is the.
It's in 8th place, Brian. It's the last. Oh no, I guess now it's 12, right? In Mario Kart, it's 12 places. It's last place. I could tell you that. I'm there with you on that. But that whole album is one track for me. Mostly because that's all I've been doing while I work out is listening from beginning to end. So.
So yeah.
So Vince Staples, yeah, we're back to
Staples. Like cutting those parts, I always wish were separate. That way, So let's say like you're making a playlist and you put the song in. you don't have to sit there. You don't have to manually skip it. So like you have a groove playlist. Yo, this shit's going on, and then all of a sudden, don't you touch that dial?
Dial.
And then everyone's in the room, and you're like, is this a cult?
Yeah.
And then everyone leaves.
Oh my god. Or fucking what's it called? I mean, that's the whole track is an advertisement, but Afterlife. Sexy. Provocative. That's great.
Yeah.
Euphoric. Yeah. I
There's
can't
a-
keep my eyes off the screen.
There were some songs in the Vince Staples ones. I think they had something at the end. I'm like, this could have been separate, but
But it's short.
That's an
You're right.
impact.
They did. It was him talking to, I forgot who it was. It was she was talking to some lady, and they have this conversation. But it's short.
I think it's A, Free the Homies, where he says, I know Buster. And I laughed at myself because I say that jokingly with that specific accent as well.
You know, Bush. He probably heard you on the content. I mean, I'm sure he watches. So
Yeah.
he heard you say that.
Um,
He's like, I got to put that in my next album.
Yeah. Still a good album. I preferred his previous one, but this is still better than a lot of things I hear.
Get shit on industry.
If you're a fan of Vince Staples, listen to it. If you like West Coast rap, listen to it.
Yeah.
If you're just, I don't know, if you're a fan of hip hop, listen to it. I don't see too many don't listen if.
Yeah, I don't either. I was going to recommend it. I like this one more than his previous project, but I like tracks from his previous project anyway. I just like this one because it felt cohesive. Like all of it was, we're doing West Coast, and that, from beginning to end, that's what it sounded like to me.
Unless your train of thought is the West Coast doesn't exist to me, then I would say, well, then don't listen to this. Or if like you were wronged in the West Coast and now you just cut ties with everything past Texas or something, then I would say
That's a wild case, but okay. That's
like I'm saying.
that aligns though. If you have some beef with the West Coast, this is probably gonna make you madder because it's good, right? You're like, damn,
If
there's.
you hate the West Coast, fine, don't listen to them.
I say listen to it so you can get salty. How good they're doing, right?
That's my review.
That's cool. Yeah, I definitely recommend it as well. And then I guess you can finish it off. You got one more to go,
All right, so
and then we'll go to Randall for a game night.
Duality by Luna Lee. The name sounds so familiar to me.
Because you're thinking of likely the feature for Drake's song. I bet that's what
Maybe.
you're thinking.
Yeah, because I've only liked songs from Luna Lee that are in this album. But yeah, it sounded real familiar. I had heard some of her singles that were released earlier this year.
Okay.
Maybe like by a month. I don't mean like, oh, January 1st, there's a single. But prior to me listening to the album.
Damn, that's a juicy one.
The best way I can explain this, I don't know if it's just the album or if this is just her overall sound, but the best way I can explain it, is
Yo, I don't know who
Timid-
Taco the chef. Shout out. I don't know what he's
It's one of my
spelling.
guys.
Okay, he's
Oh,
spelling something out.
He's spelling this out. The
Okay.
joke in my stream is you can say whatever you want as long as it's not a slur or the word elbow, and that's why he's spelling it out.
Oh, that's he knows how. He's got the tech. He knows how to
Her sound sounds like, you remember that band the Marias that I think I talked about last year?
Yeah, I heard their one of their singles, and I know you're talking about the Marias.
It
Hush.
sounds like
Thank you. That was
it
the
sounds
single I
like
heard.
that band mixed with Tame Impala is what her sound sounds like.
Jeez, her vocals or her?
Like the song overall, that genre, but
No, I mean, what does her vocally sound like? Like the lead in Maria's, or
yeah,
okay,
more like the lead in the Marias.
and then the instrumental
very
is Tame Impala
psychedelic-y kind of music.
or Tame Impala.
Her album, 13 songs, 40 minutes. Out of the 13, I hearted 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Guess I worship the devil now.
Damn, you went from 8, 8, 8. Now you're just 6, 6, 6, huh?
Yeah. 6 of them. Like Vince's album for me, started strong, 4 songs back to back. I'm like, yeah, well, she's going off.
Yeah.
And then it tapers down a bit. somewhere in the middle of the 9th and 11th track that hard, but the rest of it's like it's not bad. It's like, oh, okay. And there's something that made me like it but not love it. And the next song plays.
Is it like a context switch? Like the first few are like a specific energy, and then it tapers down and like it's up and down, or is it just she says some wild shit like, "I don't like dogs," and then you're like, "Nah, we're done here."
No, so she didn't start a gang war against dogs.
Okay.
From what I remember, I think it was more like a loofy sounding, not necessarily by like lyrical content, but it just sounded more psychedelic, but upper beat-ish. And then it gets kind of more depressing in the middle.
Okay.
That's not why I didn't like it. It's just like the overall switch, and then some of the ending parts is like it got real abstract.
Like some weird noises, or
Yeah, not really weird noises, but it kind of feels like she finally floated away, and like she's over there on a cloud, and then performing, and then you're like, you know,
she's like the fucking video you sent me of what was it? Travis Scott's highest in the room, and you showed me the video of the guy floating to the song.
yeah, basically.
That was crazy timing too. Can you remember that?
Gun to my
To your cornflakes?
yeah.
Gun to your cereal. Yeah.
Yeah, Gun to Cereal in general. I think her best song on here is Afterglow.
Gun to your protein bars.
Oh,
Yo,
Gun to your Nature Valley.
I don't eat Nature Valley.
Oh, my bad. What's the protein? What bar do you get?
I don't know.
Well, my bad.
I've been getting the Aloha ones recently.
Yeah, that's what it was. Gun to your Aloha.
Kind of my Alohas. I would have to say probably Afterglow, the third song on here. I think that's probably my favorite song.
Okay.
I'd have to listen again because it basically felt like I took LSD without taking LSD. I don't remember if there was an overall theme, whether lyrically or like the way it progresses the songs.
Mm-hmm.
So it might just be what I consider a playlist now. If it's not a cohesive actual theme to the songs, it's a playlist, not an album to me. It might be, but I have to listen again. But I recommend it if you like feeling like you're on drugs without taking drugs. This is for you. If you like Tame Impala or the Marias, or another band that she sounds like is Men I Trust. I think that's the name of the band.
I'd never heard of that band.
They were
Men I Trust?
Yeah. They have a song called Lauren. Yeah, they have a song called Lauren and Numb that I would recommend if you've never heard of them. Man I Trust. No, yeah, Men.
No, it's Men. I looked at it.
Those two songs I really like.
It's considered Uncle Jazz? Alternative indie, so they're just making up things.
You said Uncle Jazz?
Uncle. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the name of the album. That's why. Because the name of the album is ONCLE space jazz. Where that song you like, Numb, is part of that album.
Okay, I see.
Because at first I thought it was just what the genre was, and I'm like, what the hell is Uncle Jazz?
Oh, but
shoot.
If you like those kind of artists, Tame Impala, the Marias, Men I Trust, if you've never heard of them, listen to them. Just like psychedelic kind of indie, not really pop. It's not really rock either.
It might be alternative.
Yeah, okay, so psychedelic, indie, like singer-songwritery feeling alternative music. That if any of those sound like ooh, like if it makes you moan,
yeah,
then go for it.
You imagine alternative indie. Ooh, you coming home with me?
It would only be 40 minutes. Less of a reason. I don't see a reason to like. If the thought of being on LSD pisses you off,
don't bother.
I guess don't listen.
I guess just enjoy boring life. You know. Anywho. Okay. I mean, I was gonna save. Go ahead.
Out of the 3 albums that I talked about,
Vince Staples.
Probably Vince Staples, but this one's pretty close. It's like Vince Staples, and then Luna Lee, and then Dreamville.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna save it for next week, but I just gotta I just gush a bit for Cannon's Fever Dream. It is an album released like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. My first exposure to these people, to this group, was cloud surfing, watching music videos, and they killed it. Right? I heard, I'm like, who is this band? And then Jadiana's like, it's Cannons, and I'm like, who? Again, I was not in the right mind, but I'm like, I'm listening to the music. It's them playing it. It's like 80s music played with actual instruments, right? It's not like made with synths or anything, right?
Fake ass instruments.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not made on a computer, right? Like, you can see that they're playing it. It sounds like they're playing it, right?
Yeah,
it sounds
music.exe.
Yeah, music snob exe, even though I'm not, but it's
me a bitch.
What? Oh, because you make no. I'm saying when you hear it, it's like, oh man, it sounds great. It's all slow, like nothing's fast paced. It's just 80s, like chill, something to drive to, and her vocals on it is awesome. Bad Dreams amazing. Hurricane's awesome. Like, discussion about that album's great. The presentation of it, the music videos fit that time era too. Like, it just sounds great. And before I forget to write it down for next week, go listen to that album, Fever Dream by Cannons. It's awesome. It's great working music too. If you need something to like play in the background, there's like one track with a curse word. That's how clean it is. And it's just because she says "fuck you," that's it.
Just once, and that's it.
The chorus has that part when she says "fuck you." But besides that, it's awesome. Might as well just type it in here because I don't forget that I didn't talk about it already. Cannon's Fever Dream. And that's that. That's our Music Minute. I highly recommend both Vince Staples' album and Cannon's. It's just a good old time. That's what I've been having. You can have a good time. Like, the worst you can come out right now that is going, it was fun. I doubt you will hate anything on there.
All right.
Like, I need to skip this? There's no way. Here's my guarantee. Anyone who listens to that album, there is no skip this track. And I dare you. Go and listen to it and be like, I need to skip this. No. There's not.
On a first time listen, it takes a lot for me to skip a song, so.
That's what I'm saying. On your first time listen, sorry, let me go back. On your first time listen to this album, you will not skip a single one. Period. That's my Tony guarantee, right?
You're guaranteeing?
I'm guaranteeing, right, that you will not skip. Yeah, I guarantee. Guarantee it? How we spelling this?
You guarantone it?
Guarantone it?
That's like a drug.
It sounds like,
or something.
Oh, hopefully. I don't know. We'll get our lawyers on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what looks good on a t-shirt.
And get it, bunny. Like, there you go. That wasn't even words. It just sounds like, yeah. Why are you squinting at audio? All right.
You say that? Okay. While you're squinting at audio, play numbers on the board, and when the beat drops, don't react facially.
Yeah, those are the hardest fucking facts. When that's not numbers on the board. What's the one with Kendrick and Pusha?
Nostalgia.
That when nostalgia. When the I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I'm in it.
When I see a dead body.
Sure. Yeah, like it. How you gonna say that and then a guitar riff afterwards? God, that song is so fucking good.
I'm scared for his upcoming album. The singles aren't hitting me the way they usually do.
You didn't like Diet Coke?
I like Diet Coke.
Okay, then what do you...
The one with Jay-Z I was like...
I think it's going to be fine. I think she's going to have a mix of some, like, hard stuff, and then the rest are going to be like, okay.
There's no release date announced, but he's starting to do press tours. Like, he did an interview with Charlamagne, so I'm assuming within the month.
Yeah, that means it's coming soon. Probably. I checked the releases. Nothing this week, but next week there's a guy called King Gizzard the Lizard Wizard,
I've seen that name.
and I'm like, who's making these up?
Um, when I think about his other like single releases for his other albums, all of them made me for that first time listening to that single, I sold someone drugs. That's the effect.
You
And
didn't
with
feel
Diet Coke,
you,
I'm like, oh, this is good, but it wasn't like you're what you need in
it
this in that
wasn't
past.
it wasn't Numbers of the Board or nostalgia.
It wasn't. So for that album specifically, the single was untouchable.
Oh yeah, with the I think the
Uncrunchable, lunchable.
yeah, the Notorious B.I.G. sample.
Yeah. With yeah, the singles for every other album, I'm like, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's fine. I think the Diet Coke one had that same energy. I was listening. I'm like, he's back.
I like that song a lot,
Yeah.
but there's like, it wasn't on an album, but Drug Dealers Anonymous.
Oh
If
yeah.
that was to lead into an album, I would be like, I'm pre-ordering this album.
I thought it was part of an.
I think it was just a single.
No, I'm pretty.
Drug Dealers Anonymous.
Oh yeah, it was. It was just a throwaway single, and that fucking slaps.
Damn, Daniel. FBI keep bringing them all-white vans through. All-white vans through.
It's good, man.
Yeah, I'm worried, but I have a bunch of albums to get through this week.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
so
set
then-
already. Your 2022 album of the year is already set, so don't worry about it. Right? He came in early, and he was like, "Let me slide this in for you guys, and just get a lock, and we'll move on."
Here's why it's not locked. Because at any moment, Frank Ocean can drop not only one album, 2 albums within the same week.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but we'll see, right?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of time. It's
I'm
only
just
April.
worried. I hope he doesn't. I mean, at this point, he's not pressured to rush anything since it's been like since 2016, I think. But
And he's not under a label, so who would rush him? It's his stuff.
no, I hope he doesn't feel rushed for any reason.
I think saying that yeah, because I don't think he's signed anyone. So
Last year was a rough year for him. I hope he doesn't just feel inclined to have to release anything. Just, you know.
I hope so. Release at least somebody. Oh, yeah, a single, right? Like he was dropping like Chanel and in my room, like slowly, like individually. Like I'm like, even if it's that, I'll take one track, right?
Well, the way he was dropping DHL's
in
my room.
In my room, yeah. There you go.
Cayendo. What's the fourth one? He was dropping as if it was leading to something, but it just stopped abruptly. So
Which
I don't
is
know.
probably because when shit hit the fan for him, so he had
Yeah.
to stop. Well, I hope that would be a great. Imagine he dropped some fire shit, and I'm like, and then December this time we're like, I'm pulling my hair out, going, oh my god, is it Dawn?
Let me tell you something, Anthony. If he drops blonde levels of something, Dawn FM doesn't exist anymore.
Oh damn, that's not gonna be for me. You gotta he will set the tone this year. He's like, let me drop early. Let me let you guys know that the 80s/90s are back, right?
And they're sexy.
And it's sexy, provocative, euphoric.
You see that he tweeted the timeline for his music videos?
Oh no, I would like to see that so I can watch it in that timeline. Where is it? Can you send me
Let
that?
me find it. Yeah, let me go look for it again.
Ooh, that sounds like a little.
The Amazon experience is part of it.
I saw that multiple times already. I love that because it's just listen. It's like listening party with him in the middle, just in makeup, going ham.
I haven't watched it, but he put it. It's like this, then the Prime experience, and then, Out of Time. I think is the last one.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Let me look it up for you. We can continue.
Okay.
We can transition.
Well, we're just gonna transition into Randall. You had a game night. What's going on? Have you seen this movie before, Randall? By the way, are you there? Oh, he is.
Oh, it's this movie.
I think I did, but I forgot it.
Okay, so I think you were there when we watched it because we watched it at my mom's place.
Mm.
So we might. I think you might have been there to watch it. I don't know how long ago it was though.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, what are your thought? So what are your thoughts after possibly rewatching it?
Um, I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
It's a really funny movie.
I'm with you on
Um,
that.
Jason Bateman is always
He just knows how to deliver those lines. It's sort of dry, but it hits.
yeah. It part of me feels like that's really him.
I'm already subscribed to like when they hire Bateman, he's just doing what he want. Like he does him, and we're moving on in
Yeah.
a good way. Like I'm not like, oh, I'm tired of it. It's entertaining every time.
Hmm.
He
Yeah, it
had
was a good movie. It was really funny. It was as far as plot goes, it's not something that you normally see, but you're familiar with it. You can
uh-huh.
relate to it because everyone's had like a game night, or you went to somebody's house and they had like a game night. Um, but this was funny because again, everyone can relate to like what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. What are you looking for?
Um, it's right there on the tip of my tongue, and I literally just blinked out.
Come on, you got
Yo,
it.
yo, yeah, like what you call your brother or your sister.
Sibling?
Yes, sibling.
Okay,
Sibling rivalry.
sibling rivalry. Yeah.
So everyone can kind of relate. I mean, well, those who have siblings can relate to sibling rivalry, and that's kind of like what kicks this movie off because it's like one brother is trying to one up the other one, and
Boy, does it
why
snowball.
does it escalate?
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is fun. This isn't a real gun, is it?
Oh man, yeah.
The gun part
That
was
part was
always
funny.
so good.
I thought it was always interesting how like people are able to make other people throw up just by making the throw up sound.
Yeah, I thought that was. I've never run into that in person, but I've always seen people like, oh my god, don't gag because it's gonna make me gag or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
I've
I,
seen videos of it like on TikTok or whatever. Like somebody will prank somebody who has that reflux or whatever,
yeah,
and they'll throw up, and the person is like, they'll try to walk away because they know if they keep doing it, they're gonna
they're gonna actually
do the
vomit. Yeah,
same thing. And like you can see them fighting it, and then they eventually, it just like comes out. It's so random the way it comes out. It's like really weird.
that's so weird. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that issue. I don't think I've met anyone that has that, so I've never had the opportunity to test it. Right, to be like, ugh. And then I guess everyone who's listening to this now is now vomiting. Ugh. Right.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say about the movie. The movie was funny. I thought it was really funny. I thought that um, the story was unique in its own way. Um, the gags were, I guess you could call them gags, were really funny.
Yeah.
Uh, at no time in this movie did I ever feel like I was bored.
Yeah, the pacing is great because it's the build up to the game night itself. Then it starts. And then the audience knows, yo, this is not a game night.
Yeah,
And then it
it
just
was
like it starts getting crazy.
the worst possible thing. Like it just seemed like the situation just kept escalating, and I think that one of the things that made it really funny to me was like people's reactions were relatively real.
Yeah, and then having them be nonchalant about it, like, yeah, okay, this is not a real gun, or oh, this is some good rope or something that they were getting tied up with.
Well, like when he had her extract the bullet from his arm, and then they find out that it was no bullet.
Yeah.
So the whole time they like going through all this stuff, she's like penetrating his arm, and she's like, "Wait, no, wait, that's bone. Yeah, yep, that's bone."
That's bone.
And then they find out like has a hole on the other side. It's the exit wound. There's no bullet, so she just did all of that for nothing.
Just pure pain for fun's sake. That's insane.
Yeah. And I think his name was Gary. He's probably one of the funniest characters in the movie. The neighbor,
Yeah.
the cop neighbor.
Yeah. Was it Gary? Yeah, I think it was Gary.
Yeah.
Funny. Yeah, I definitely I don't know if you recommend it or not, but it sounds like you are. I also back that. Definitely go watch Game Night. Excuse me.
It was a fun time.
Yo,
I knew when
I'm
I
just
started watching it. Huh?
Go ahead. And I'm just gonna name this episode. It was a fun time.
Ah.
I've said that to everything we reviewed so far.
That's good content.
Yeah.
Everything I reviewed, 0 out of 10.
Damn, Vince gonna be mad. He's gonna be like, "Why is he a buster?"
There was a period of time when he was just inviting anyone who said anything to him on Twitter to a fade.
Did they actually respond? Like, okay. I was gonna say, like, that's crazy.
If he were to say something and then he'd quote tweet him like, "Do you want to fade, sir?" That's funny.
And most of them will probably just back out and be like, "No, I love you, dude," and then shut out. And he's like, "Yeah, that's right, Buster." Anyway,
I sent you the order for the weekend. I was looking for it.
oh, different chat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he put it. Did he link them together already, or is that just a video of?
This is before Out of Time came out, so he was just posting gifts and stuff.
Okay. Take My Breath into Sacrifice, into the Weekend Dawn FM experience on Amazon Prime, into Gasoline, and then into Out of Time. Yep. I'm surprised he didn't add his performance. Oh, that is it. That is it. I'm so sorry. Is it? It might be it. Because he had the listening party on Amazon Prime. And then he has the performance one. And I think that's the performance one. There's like a listening
experience.
How long is that? Can you?
And it immediately says Prime Video, so
Yeah, then yeah, that might
it's
be
multiple videos. It's 4 videos. So I wonder what the order. I mean, it's a playlist made up. Two unavailable videos are hidden.
Okay, Brian. Then that's the one. It looks like it's him performing, like with a mic.
Yeah, but okay, so it's on his YouTube channel, and then there's a Dawn FM Experience playlist, and then it shows Prime Video immediately.
So okay,
I'm wondering if they put it in the right order, this way or this way.
I don't know what order it is, but they broke up parts of that live performance, not live performance, the you know what I'm saying, the performance, and put it on YouTube. But I think that's like the 30-minute one I told you about that I'm like, it's him performing with like stuff happening around him.
Okay, it doesn't add up to 30 minutes. But then 2 videos are hidden for some reason, so.
I think that's the live action one. And the other one I was telling you about is the listening party one, where he just plays the whole album and he's in the middle DJing it.
Mm.
Those are 2 different things. And that's on YouTube, and that's like an hour. That's 51 minutes. Anywho. Recommend Game Night. It's a fun time. That's it. I don't got anything else. I added Cannons at the last second there, but that's because I just needed to get it off my chest. It's a great album. And that's it, right? Everyone's got everything on there? Yeah. Releases for this week I didn't see anything for games, but you guys can spot check me if you see something you're interested in that comes out by Friday.
I can tell you right now. There was an official tournament on Sunday for Melty Blood, and they announced 2 characters coming. One is the one I sent you, Anthony, a new character to the series called Mario Gallo Benetino or something like that.
The swagger name.
Mm-hmm. And then a returning character, Powered CL, which is a character who is like a future version of her, and she has a gun.
Like built into her arm, like a gun, like
it's a weapon.
Okay, because you said future, and I don't know if it's like a bust, like a Mega Man Buster kind of thing.
It's like an object or weapon that she can morph into different forms, and it's a gun and a whip.
Like Control.
It's a gun and a whip.
Oh, but it's a whip. Okay, the Control doesn't have a whip.
Control, because Melty Blood's older than Control, so if anything, it'd be flipped.
But who's the director? That's it. Case closed. Case closed. They're not the director. I can tell you that right now.
I didn't even think of a movie director's name, so I failed in 2 ways.
Quentin Tarantino, Steven
It's too late.
Spielberg. Like,
I know them, but now it's too late.
are you out of time?
Because I said
Oh, well, like the song says, you are out of time.
So yeah, that and then those 2 characters, they announced them, the release date, which is the 14th, and they announced, oh, they're free.
Oh, nice.
So, gonna be trying them out on my Friday stream.
That's good. Are
Also,
they going to
I don't-
continue to be free characters, or is it just for fun now, and then they'll release paid characters after?
So here's my theory. So the roadmap had 4 characters, and with these 2 being out, that's the 4 characters. The game is $50 even on launch. So what I think they did is what BB Tag did on launch, where the game was cheaper because they couldn't get all the characters they wanted in the launch roster in time, and then they added them later for free. That's what I think they did with the season pass.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So I don't know what season 2. I don't know if they're gonna charge for it.
That's going to be a finance, like that's a business thing. We'll see how much they made with the season pass in the game, and then they'll be greenlit to do more or work on something else. Or do fixes if there's bugs, or like does it have rollback?
Yeah.
Okay, so it has that already. So maybe add crossplay, but I don't know. It depends on what the studio wants to prioritize.
Also, the 14th, Rugal from KOF 15 is from KOF is gonna be added to KOF 15. Free character.
Oh, damn.
What comes with him? Oh, well, just a character, that doesn't matter. He's being added as a character.
Okay.
They're adding a boss rush mode where you fight Omega version of him, which is a notoriously broken fucking boss. You beat him, you get a level and a stage.
Oh, classic unlock. Look at that. Like the old days. You beat stuff and you unlock things. Remember those days, Randall?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, just beat this boss and you unlock cool stuff. Yeah. Classic gaming. Now it's, hey, just open up the shop and pay extra for this character.
Yeah. I'm sorry, there's more too. So you get the costume for him that the boss has, the level, the song. No, I already said the song. Sorry, that's all of it.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Especially since it's free and it gives someone to do something. Like, how broken is it? Is it like, it's going to take a while for people to unlock it, or is it?
KOF bosses are notoriously bullshit.
As in, like, they have, like, no recovery time? Like, they could just, is it turbo mode Smash Bros, or?
People put KOF bosses above Alpha 152.
Oh, nah, I don't want any part of that, thanks. I'm cool on that. I am cool on that.
I want the level. Level's pretty.
It's not worth that salt, in my opinion. Like, Alpha 152 got me, like, legitimately upset. Like, I wanted to strike at people. Like, I'm good. If it's worse than that, I'm good.
That's what I meant to say. You beat him, you get the level, the song, and then a costume form. I don't know if I said that already.
I don't remember you saying costume, but
you get a costume.
That's cool.
All
that's cool
free.
For those. Yeah, I like that. Well, I like that you can unlock stuff by playing the game, right? And not just go to the shop to buy skins or whatever. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Those are 2 things that I can think of to come out this week. Free DLC for a fighting game.
They're trying to make it like the norm. I like that. Well, I mean, that's an easy way to continue to have people play it. Okay. Do you have any news on the Skullgirls thing? I saw there's a bunch of news for the Skullgirls for the 10th anniversary.
Another release this week. Not free, it's part of the season pass. Umbrella's coming out for the consoles. With like 1.0 her. This week they said they didn't say a specific day.
Only console?
She's playable on PC because of early access, but she's coming out everywhere. Like
1.0
as official, 1.0 sometime this week. And then because yesterday was the 10-year anniversary of Skullgirls, how many games still being played at Evo can say 10 years? That's what.
One, right? Which would be Skullgirls.
One.
Like not even Melee? Isn't?
Melee's not at Evo.
Oh, they're doing the same bullshit as every year. It's not gonna be at Evo, and then like the last second, it's at Evo now.
No, they commit to the lineup usually, unless it's a side tournament that someone holds, but no one cares about side tournament. Like they don't address like
Yeah, if you're just on the premise doing a tournament, that's not part of Evo stuff. I mean, I get that.
So near the end of the day, they're like 10-year anniversary. Insert community meme, and like we got Umbrella this week. They said Dahlia debuts soon. The mobile game's getting stuff soon, and then they said there's not enough letters to say everything that's coming.
Damn,
this year.
That's good. Well, God bless them then.
They mentioned when they announced the season pass that if it does well enough, they might just add a whole new character to the pass. So
people start buying that season pass.
Let me tell you.
That's crazy. So we know Dahlia's coming out this year. So if they add another one, I don't even know.
I'm telling you, I'm too busy for them to release her on Alpha already.
I mean, but on the bright side, when Black Dahlia comes out, you can play her on the road. With your new Steam Deck. Yeah. I'm just,
I think that's what my free time would end up going to, unfortunately. Free time and then Dahlia and Alpha. It's a good chance I have any free time on the weekends.
Labbing it.
Yeah. I've said that before and then I lied, so we'll see. But I've been asking for this character for years, so.
You might as well put some time in.
For 10 years, I would say.
Oh, right away when you saw her in the background, you're like, I want that character?
She's in the back. She's next to a mobster in a beautiful building. And she has an arm up, and it looked what I thought was a shotgun arm. And she looked like a robot.
But it's a grenade launcher, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was just my thought. I'm like, I want to play her.
I mean, well, that's good news. But FGC got some news this week. That's good. I also after watching that video I linked in Discord, I need to start watching more tournaments, and Yipes needs to be back at commentating. I just need things back to where they were, right?
That clip you put was year 1 of Dragon Ball.
Which I can see that because Goichi was blocking before DBZ was. Holy shit. The things he was blocking, I was right there with the Yipes just going, oh! I'm like, how are you blocking all of this? Man, that guy is a defense god.
It's very inspiring. I mean, it isn't usually have Yipes commentating, but someone named Tong hosts a weekly called Tampa Never Sleeps, and I think every week it's Marvel 3.
Oh damn! Oh, so you probably see there's a Tampa Bison? No.
He plays Street Fighter, but I don't know if he still plays or not.
He doesn't play Marvel.
But Ray enters it sometimes.
Oh, okay.
And Coach Steven. Good players.
Is it an online tournament? I thought they were all in New York.
I don't know if it's offline now, but it was like when the pandemic kicked off, he was like immediately Parsec tournaments.
Oh, okay. Which makes sense. Parsec is definitely worth. Okay. All right, boys. Movies. Infinite Storm comes out on digital release and disc this week. I think it's just digital, actually. I don't know why I said disc. And then Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore comes out this weekend on theaters exclusively, I think. I don't think it's coming out on digital.
I haven't even seen the second movie.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen it. What is it called? Griswold?
Yeah, The Crimes of well, you got me. The Crimes of Grindelwald. Grindelwald? Damn it. Fantastic Beasts. The Crimes of Grindelwald. Yeah.
Shit.
Apparently there's 5 movies.
Out?
No, that's planned. Because I looked up Fantastic Beasts, and then the 3 that we just mentioned, which is the first one, The Crimes of Grindelwald, and The Secrets of Dumbledore. And then there's also Fantastic Beasts 4 and 5. With no other name. So, okay. And that's it. I think because next week we have, what's it called, starting. So, I'll promote it next week. Better Call Saul. So, But that's a weekly one, Brian. Like that one, you can still wait till it all comes out. Unless you're gonna watch it weekly, but
I don't. I want to.
all right. Music. I didn't say anything on there, Brian, because it looks like it's super light this week, unless people are gonna have surprise drops, like maybe Pusha might drop this Friday. But especially since you said that he's already on the press tour, it might be this Friday, because there's like nothing else on that list that's coming out that I'm like, oh, you know. And that's about it. That is it. That is it for this week's episode. Where can we find you, Randall? Where can we catch you in these streets, right? Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry. You said something to me.
Yeah, dude. What's going on, bro?
What did you say?
Where can we catch you in these streets this week?
You can't.
Ooh, let them know why.
Because I am the night.
Okay, that's good too. But I mean, like, what are you doing this week, right?
Oh.
Well, I mean, you weird flex, right? You are the night. Okay.
I don't know. I'm not really feeling myself as of lately, so I haven't been to the gym. I might try to get back into the swing of things this week.
I mean, you got a gym in the garage. What are you talking about?
This is true. This is true.
I gotta fix the lat pull down cable first before we. But the things on the side and the bottom one work, no problem. Those cables work great.
Cool. It's just normal stuff. Work. Technically, I'm on bereavement, but they only give you like 3 days for that. So, but
Okay.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever used that bereavement. Brian, what you doing?
Tomorrow, more course stuff. I gotta figure out how to balance this in a way that I have just music time, and then I still have some time in the week where I can just not be productive and not feel bad about it.
I mean, yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be like a look inside yourself question. Like you gotta understand what you're doing and why you're taking the break.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'll just work on course stuff until 9, then spend half an hour trying to do something with music, and then horizontal.
And then battle rap.
And then and then horizontal into battle rap combo.
Yeah.
But Tuesday, probably I need to structure it out. I need to see how many like sections there are per week or something, and then it has to be like a schedule that changes every week, probably. Whereas I want it to be like flow charted out, so I have to figure that out. But Tuesday, some or no mix of course and music stuff. Wednesday is something that goes without saying, right? I can tell you confidently.
Yeah.
That on Wednesday.
Yep.
The 13th.
Yep.
We're gonna play some.
Nobody Saves the World.
So then, boom, right? And then Thursday, refer to Tuesday, right?
Okay. You got a diagram going on here for this schedule, huh? Okay.
And then Friday is gonna be multi-stream, where I'll be trying. It's a good chance I'm not gonna play the one character that I play. I'll be experimenting with the new characters, unless I just hate them.
You said you said melty stream.
Yeah.
I heard multi-stream at first. I'm like, what?
I'm gonna multi-stream.
Yeah, I'm like, what is he doing?
Top half YouTube, bottom half browsers.
Oh, okay. I like that. Make sure an entrance fee. Get some cash there. Okay.
Weekend. I don't know.
All right. That sounds pretty locked down, you know?
Hey, Anthony.
What's up?
What are you doing?
What I'm gonna be doing is Tomorrow I continue my backlog. By backlog I mean new game backlog. So Tunic, we're back at it. Holy shit, Tunic I was not expecting Tunic to be what it is, right?
Tunic Tuesday.
Yeah, Tunic Tuesday. It's basically Dark Souls. So I need you to it's
I
no
didn't
joke.
watch last time. I saw you streaming, and I held it up and just muted the tab. But I didn't watch because I was curious. I wanted to try it.
Well, there's a TikTok out that I have some clips of me playing. So it's no joke. It's a cute Dark Souls game. And so far I'm having a blast with it. Cuz it feels more accessible because because of the perspective, cuz it's like a Zelda looking thing. So, I don't know. I'm having a great time with it. The exploring is really good, but I'll review it when I get further in. What's up?
Did you try Death's Crown, the Crow game?
Not yet. You mean Death's Door?
Death's Door. Sorry,
I have it on my backlog. I haven't started it, but I have it listed.
you probably like that for similar reasons.
Okay. What was I gonna say? So yeah, Tunic on Tuesday tomorrow, as of this recording. Wednesday is Nobody Saves the World, most likely, unless something happens and we're like, we don't fucking feel like playing this, and we play something else. Thursday, more Lego Star Wars. And that's it. Friday is off time. So, again, weekends are always a question mark. I might stream, maybe not. We do have a birthday boy this weekend, so we're gonna see what we doing, right? What the plan EO is. Then that's it.
Every weekend this month is that.
For the most part, we got Randall's next after this, and then Janiana after that. So,
Ginobili.
yep. Birthday month, yo. We got a lot of our April babies. Anywho, that is it for this week's episode. Thank you guys for watching, listening, both, right? We'll be back next week. I don't recall offhand what I'm going to review. Oh, The Gunk. I have that on my buffer, so. And then whatever else I watch or play throughout the week, right? That's it. Thank you guys for watching. We're out.
So that means people were fucking in July then.
Yep, and that's how we're ending it.